Hey, Andy here from builderhottub.com. In this video, I'm going to review the Vian Power air source heat pump. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so the Vian Power air source heat pump is a range of heat pumps that are available in the UK and Europe. Now, I was lucky enough to see these units early on this year when they were first released at a trade show. Now they're readily available in the market, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity for me to actually put a review out there. Now, before I do, always a great opportunity to say, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon to be notified when my videos go live. I do 2 long form videos just like this every single week, a whole bunch of shorts, and everything on this channel focuses around DIY hot tubs, plunge pools, air source heat pumps, parts, and pretty much everything in between. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's get cracking on this review of the Vian Power air source heat pump range. So as I said, this is available in the UK and Europe. It's not available, unfortunately, in the US. If you're looking for an air source heat pump and you are in the US, check out the Hydro Royals. I'll put a link to those underneath this video. That's the range that I supply in the US. Okay, so there's 4 different models in the Vian Power range. There is the C5, there's the C5 Plus, there's the S7 Plus, and there's the S9 Plus. As you would expect, the numbers correspond to the kilowatt outputs. So a C5, for example, is a 5 kilowatt air source heat pump. Now, all of these units do need to be hard cabled in, so they're not the portable type that come with a plug that you can just connect to a regular socket. You do need to hardwire these into your system. What I also particularly like about this range was the fact that the manufacturer had a whole bunch of real-world data, and I'm not going to cover all of that on this video. However, I will put a link underneath the video where you'll find my written review, and in that is a whole bunch of the real-world data. So if you're looking for data points at how much it's going to cost to run, they've got all of that readily available, which is really surprising because most of the manufacturers try and hide, I think in my opinion, again this is my personal opinion, they try and hide some of the data, so they only give you the COPs at a really high temperature, which we never really get in the UK, for example. Not the case with the Vian guys. What they've done is they've got a whole range of data. It's from the real world, and they'll actually state the COP outputs from 26 degrees outside right down to 0 and below. So you can see exactly what you're going to get out of the unit at any given temperature. And that's something that I really like about this unit, or the range of units, and certainly the manufacturer. So what's the difference between the Plus models and the regular models? Well, it's pretty straightforward. The Plus models come Wi-Fi enabled. The Plus models are full DC inverted, whereas the regular models are on-off. So what that means is the heater on an on-off model, as it suggests, is either on or off. However, with a fully DC inverted, it can run at, say, 67% of its total output because it's realised that at that percentage it will give you the best output for the environmental conditions that you have at the moment. So the fully inverted models are more efficient and they will save you more money in the long run. All of the models come with a titanium heat exchanger, but one of the big differences between the Plus and the regular models is that the regular models are rated down to -5, whereas the Plus models are rated down to -10 Celsius. And as I said before, the manufacturer actually has data for those temperatures that they supply. So you can check out those COPs, that's the coefficient of performance. It basically means what you're going to get out versus what you're going to get in. You're looking for a bigger number, so for example, 1 kilowatt of electric in is going to give you 6, 7 or 8 kilowatts of heat out, and that's where the savings are actually made. So remember, check the link underneath this video, and I've got on my blog a whole bunch of real-world data that the manufacturer has very helpfully supplied. The warranty on these units is pretty comprehensive as well. We have 5 years on the heat exchanger and the compressor, and all of the parts are 2 years as well. And unlike some of the manufacturers, these are actually serviced from the UK for a company that's been around for a number of years. So it's not as if these are brand new to the market and you're not going to be able to get support. On the contrary, the support is excellent. I've actually used it with a customer myself, a unit did turn up damaged. They had a brand new unit the next day. Very, very impressed with the level of support from the manufacturer on the Vian power range. So what are the standout features of this model? Well, they're definitely all season. So that means even in the winter, we're going to get a good COP out of these units to enable us to heat our hot tubs. I also like the fact that the Plus models come with Wi-Fi as standard, so you can connect to them and control them with your app. And just a couple of statistics for you that, again, I thought were particularly good. The COPs for a 7 kilowatt model at 25C, I know we don't get that very often, but I'll put this in there anyway. At 25C, it was at around 11, but even at 0, so 0 centigrade, it was around 4.5. So these are really good COPs, and they're definitely going to save you some money with the running on your hot tub. Now, the big question I'm sure you are thinking, if you've watched any of my other videos on air source heat pumps, you know that I talk a lot about the Comfortline range of air source heat pumps, and that's one I've actually got myself. So, which is better? Well, if we look specification versus specification, the Vian power range are more highly specified than the Comfortlines. However, one of the downsides to the Vian power range is that there's only those 4 models, and a 9 kilowatt is the largest that they actually produce. And if you've watched my other videos, you'll know that on my own hot tub, I have a 21 kilowatt air source heat pump, because for me, it was all about the heat up time. So I wanted to get basically as bigger air source as I possibly could, and it works really well for me. So the only downside I can see is that they don't have larger models in the range. Specification versus specification, yes, the Vian power is definitely better specification wise than the Comfortlines. If you're looking where to purchase a Vian power heat pump from, there's a link underneath this video to my store. I'll be more than happy to supply you them. And before I go, I just wanted to share this fantastic installation of a customer of mine. If there was ever a plumbing setup or plumbing layout that you wanted to copy, it is this. Absolutely spot on. And the customer told me that they went from 18 Celsius right up to 36 in 3 hours. So super, super powerful there. Really quick heat up time, and they're very pleased with the Vian power heat pump. As always, I hope you found this short video useful. I appreciate the watch, and of course, I will see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.